Hello everyone. Today we are going to be talking about how to improve your calligraphy right now. So, number one, I want to tell you that you need to stop practicing the alphabet if you do not have the basic strokes down. And if you're not sure what the basic strokes are, I have a free calligraphy basics course which cover all of these basic strokes. It's over an hour of online education, and you also get free worksheets as well. So the basic strokes compile the complete lowercase alphabet, and I like to think of them as math problems like x plus y equals z, but only with the basic strokes. So you really need to practice these basic strokes in order to achieve those steady upstrokes and the thick downstrokes. They're going to help you with the transition from upstroke to downstroke as well. It also gives you a great idea of how to put a letter together, and then it all kind of starts to make sense. So if you really want to understand why and how to do these basic strokes, then make sure you check out my free basics course. I really want to help you build a good solid foundation. And if you're just writing the alphabet but you're not exactly sure how to, or exactly the strokes that you're taking, this course will help you to understand why you're doing it and when you pick up your pen. And this is really important with calligraphy. Okay, so the number two thing that I want you to do is look at your brush pens you are using right now. If you press your nib down on paper, does the nib bend back to its normal shape or does it stay bent? If it does stay bent, like this Camlin brush pen, the nib has a tendency to stay bent. I don't know if you can see it, but if your nib does stay bent, you are likely using a brush pen that could be hindering your progress. And if this is the case and you don't want to go out and spend a bunch of money on brush pens, then just start with a Crayola broad tip marker. That is going to be better than a nib that doesn't bounce back to its normal shape. And the problem with a nib that doesn't bounce back to its original shape is it's very, very difficult to achieve those thin upstrokes. And it's also hard to transition from the thin to the thick. So just use a Crayola marker if you have to. And stop using those brush pens where the nib does not bounce back. Okay, and the third tip on how to improve is to slow down. Now, it's so easy to be in a hurry, and we all want to be in a hurry to see progress and to complete a task. And the truth of the matter is, when you slow down, it turns out better. And as you get better, you can start to write quicker, but there's no need to do so. And I think it can be really deceiving on Instagram or TikTok where you see videos that are sped up 5 to 10 times. And even though you know in your mind that it's sped up, sometimes we forget when we are scrolling and watching. So just remember to slow down. Tip number 4 is going to be to make sure you use some sort of guidelines. Never be too good to practice with guidelines. And I do have these guidelines free in my calligraphy basics course. So it just really helps to make everything more even when you have a guide. And it's very difficult to do it free-handed. Even still to this day, I use a laser level to help keep my calligraphy in line because I'm definitely a crooked writer. So it just really helps when you have some sort of guidelines. And my next tip for you is going to be to watch calligraphy videos. You can go on Instagram and watch a ton of different calligraphy videos, but it's great to follow along and use it for practice. You can watch when an artist picks up their pen, you can watch the strokes they're making and combining in order to form letters. Just remember though that when you are watching someone else's video, it's for practice. And you can copy that in order to learn, and that's okay when it's just for yourself. But if you are trying to post it on Instagram and it's something that's an identical copy of someone's work, then that's when it crosses the line. So you can watch and copy for yourself, but just make sure you're not posting that. So I just want to show you guys my older work because I think that starting an Instagram account is a great way to get started. It kind of holds you accountable, and then you can look at your progress and see how far you've come in a short amount of time. And these were some of my earlier pieces, which I was extremely proud of, and I'm really proud of myself for putting myself out there. Starting an Instagram account is definitely not what I ever would have thought that I would have done, but it really did. I saw progress each time I posted, and so it was nice to look back and say, wow, I did make progress. This is working. Practicing does help. So I just wanted to show you guys that it doesn't start out perfect, but how you can improve is doing things like this. It's a great community of artists out there who are super supportive. I've had friends on here since 2018 when I started this account. So it's a great way to meet new people who are into the same things that you are, and just to have an encouraging group of supporters. And that will really help you to motivate yourself and keep going. But this is just some of my early work, and I just wanted to show you because I 100% encourage you to start an Instagram account just so that you can meet a wonderful group of people. And even if you can't post every day, or you can only post here and there, it's like a yearbook almost, to look back and say, oh yeah, I remember that piece, because you might not keep all of your work, but you can always look back on your Instagram account and see what you have done. And honestly, I didn't even remember making some of these, but it's nice to look back at it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video has helped you to improve your calligraphy. Let me know of any tips and tricks that you have down below.